Hello, hello, welcome back to math class. Today we are going to review adding with two-digit numbers and regrouping. Now remember, regrouping means that we're taking our ones and putting them in groups of 10 so we can move them to the tens column. Now, all of these problems, 1 through 4, we're going to be completing together. And each of these problems, we're going to have to regroup. So when you see that you're going to have to regroup, go ahead and draw your two chart. What is a two chart? A two chart is going to help you see the place value of each number. It's going to help you separate your tens from your ones. So the T in 2 stands for tens, right? That's what the T in 2 stands for, tens. And the O in 2 stands for ones. That's why we call it a two chart. But if you want, on your paper, you can just draw the line down, a line across, and you can just write the letter T and the letter O. And you want to make sure that your line comes down here, just in case you need that space. You don't need much space at the top because you're just going to write T and O, but you want space down here. And so if we start with number 1 here, it says 15 plus 27. This is going to help us divide them. So all we got to do is pay attention to the left and the right. We know that T, or tens, is on the left, and O, or ones, are on the right. And so look at 15 here. We can easily write that on our chart by figuring out which number is on which side. If the ones are on the right, then look at 15 here. How many ones does 15 have? 5. It's on the right. It says it right here. Look at it, 15 again. How many tens does 15 have? 1. Has 1 10. Okay? Now let's look at 27. How many ones does 27 have? 7. We see it here. It's on the right side. How many tens does 27 have? 2. 2 tens. So now, now we have written it out on our two chart, or our tens and ones chart. And we can see 15 here, 1 10, 5 ones, and 27 here, 2 tens, 7 ones. And now all we have to do is draw that out. So let's get our ones. It says we need 5 ones. So let's do some blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me make that a little bigger for us. 5. Then it says we need 7 ones. So let's do some more blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? Now over here it says that we need 1 10. So 1. And then it says we need 2 tens. So 1 and 2. So now we have drawn everything that it has told us to do. It said we needed 1 10, we put it here. It said we needed 2 tens, we put it here. It said we needed 5 ones, we put it here. And it said we needed 7 ones, we put it here. So now all we have to do is add all of this up together. Now if you want to go ahead and count it, you can. 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. So we know the answer is 42. But if you cannot count it like this, then we have to find a way to do it differently. So what we need to do is take 10 ones and group them together over here. So all we need to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10. So let's take our 10 and group it together and put it over here. So now this is 110. And you know what we can do? We can take it and put it all together so that we can replace it with another 10. So we moved it from here and we put it here because it was 10. So we took 10 blocks and put it together over here in our 10s column. So now all we need to do is count how many ones we have. 2. We have 2 ones. So let's write that in the ones column. Count how many 10s we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 10s. And look, we still came up with 42 as our answer. So let's do another one. And this time it won't be so confusing. 52 plus 39. So what we're going to do is, yet again, we're going to separate our 10s and our 1s. How many 10s are in 52? 5. There are 5 10s in 52. How many 1s are in 52? 2. Remember, we're looking at left and right. So 10s are on the left, 1s are on the right. Now let's go to 39. How many 10s are in 39? 3. How many 1s are in 39? 9. Now let's get to drawing. So it tells us that we need 2 1s. 1, 2. Okay. And then it tells us that we need 9 more 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now over here, it tells us that we need 5 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tells us again that we need 3 10s. 1, 2, 3. Now let's find our 10 and group them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oop, that's 10. Let's take it and move it over here. And then we're just going to replace them. So we took it. We have them here, and we're going to replace them with 110 because it was 10 blocks. Oops, I don't know how that got here. Let's get rid of that. And so we just replaced them with 110. And now, how many ones do we have left? 1. How many 10s do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now we know that 52 plus 39 is 91. Let's get rid of this and do the next one. All right. So let's look at 27 and 14. How many 10s are in 27? What number's on the left? 2. Oops. Let's make that look a little bit more legible, huh? All right. And how many 1s are in 27? 7. It's right there in front of us. 7. Now let's look at 14. How many 10s are in 14? 1. How many 1s are in 14? 4. Remember, we're looking at the left tens, the right are the ones, just like on our chart here. And so now all we need to do is draw it out. And so it tells us to draw 7 ones or blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And again, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's do our ones. It says we need how many? 2. 1, 2. Then it says we need 1. 1. And now all we need to do is get this all added up. So let's see what we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10. We have 10. So what we need to do is get rid of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And move it here. And we're going to take it and we're going to replace it with 1, 10. Because we got rid of it over here and we put it over here. So now all we need to do is count what's left. How many ones are left? Just that 1. And how many tens? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 tens. So we know that 27 plus 14 is 41. Now this last one we are going to do together. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do it together. So what I want you to do is get yourself a sheet of paper. Okay? Get yourself a sheet of paper. A sheet of white paper. Plain white paper. And once you get your sheet of paper, I want you to, if you don't have your sheet of paper yet, you can just pause this video and then play the video when you get your paper. Once you have your paper, what I want you to do is I want you to write your problem. 44 plus 18. Write it just like that. 44 and then 18 right under it with your plus sign. That's how I want you to write. Right above each other. And you need to write it so that they're in columns, so that the 4 is right above the 8 and the other 4 is right above the 1. And then once you write it, I want you to draw that line right down the middle just like I did. Draw the line right down the middle. And then I want you to draw another line right above that and put your T on your left and your O on your right. Pretty much the word to. Just like I showed you. Oops, I'm sorry. Put this line straight. There you go. So you can see it better. I'm going to erase this at the bottom here because it doesn't have to be that long. We just need a line in between the numbers. So now we see the 4 and the 1 in the tens column, right? And the 4 and the 8 in the ones column. So then what I want you to do is do another chart. Do another chart. Right beside it, a chart. Do a line across. And then do a line going straight down, kind of like a T. And then I want you to write the same thing. A T on the left and O on the right. Now it tells us, once you get this, pay attention to what it tells you to do. And I want you to try to do this one on your own. So, 4 ones. That means you're going to draw 4 squares or 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it has 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then on the other side, it tells you how many 10s you need. So you need to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, it tells you need one more. 1. If you are still drawing, just pause the video right here, okay? And finish drawing it just like this. When you're done drawing, now it's time to count and add them up. So let's start with our 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We made it to 10. So we need to take these 10 and move them over. So what you can do is you can erase 10 or you can cross 10 out. So if you want, since you're doing yours on paper, you can just cross it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You cross the 10 out, and don't forget, you need to add the 10 here. You cross those 10 out, and now you're going to add it and put it over here. So all you're doing is moving that 10 over here. So you drew squares for your 1s and lines for your 10s. Now you've moved it over, and now just count what's left. So all you need to do is count what's left of your 1s and count how many 10s you have. And I'm sorry, I made you guys this one brown. It should have been green. But count. And then write your answer. Write what answer you get. So, when you get your answer, let me know. What is 44 plus 18? Well, how many 1s do we have left? We have 2. And over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 10s. So we know that 44 plus 18 is 62. Let's write that over here. 62. And I hope you got the same answer as I did. If you do not, just keep practicing. Go back and watch the video as many times as you need to. You guys are absolutely wonderful. I really hope that you get this. And remember, a tens chart is easy. It is just a line across and a line going down. And then we take it, and on the left we write a T for our 10s and an O for our 1s. And whatever the question is, if it says 89 plus 13, all we got to do is we draw that line down and do the same thing so we can see where everything is. And we know that the 9 and the 3 is on the 1 side, and the 8 and the 1. That's the 10 side. Very easy. And then all we do is we draw it out just like we've done down here. And it is going to help us figure out the problem. Again, give yourselves a pat on the back for working so hard. You are so smart. And thanks again for watching. And remember, watch this video as many times as you need to until you are able to do this alone. Bye-bye for now.